Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today, for our number talk, we are dividing fractions. 3/5 divided by 1/4. Now, this is our dividend. So that's the number we want to start with. We're going to take that as our total, and we're going to divide that into 1/4. If we ever wanted to kind of imagine it like long division, right, it would look like this, which doesn't really help us, but I want us to see that dividend, that number inside that division bar, that's our starting number. Okay, so that's our total to begin with. I want to reimagine it as fraction of a set. So rather than a whole and cutting it into 3/5, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 5 bars. Let's pretend they're equal, right? And then my numerator here is going to be how many bars I'm shading in. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I've got 3/5, right? So I've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 of them chosen. So there's my 3/5. Now I need to divide that by 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change colors. And I'm going to look at those 3 bars that I shaded in. And I want to cut each of those into fourths. So that's pretty simple. I'm just going to kind of do a little cross right there. I'm going to do a cross right there. And I'm going to do a cross right there. So I took each of those 3 out of 5 and I cut those into 4 equal pieces. Let's do a little cross hatching here. What we're going to notice is that on this first one, now I've got 4 pieces. And on this second one, I've got another 4 pieces because I'm cutting into fourths. And then on that third one also, obviously I've got 4 pieces. So how many pieces do I have now? Well, 4, 8, 12. Of those 3/5. I cut those into smaller pieces, right? And I've got a total of 12. But how many total pieces, and this is where I use the different colors, we have to go back to that orangey red. How many total pieces do I still have? Well, I still got my 5 pieces. So it's going to end up as 12 over 5, or 12/5. Now, what's another way to do that without using a picture? Well, let's think of reciprocals, okay? So if I wanted to divide by 1/4, which is what I was supposed to do, that is the same thing as multiplying by its reciprocal, or in this case, multiplying by 4. How do I know that 4 is the reciprocal of 1/4? Well, a reciprocal is any number that you multiply by another number, typically a fraction, to get it back to 1. So what do I have to multiply 1/4 by to get it back to 1? Well, you take the 1/4, you flip it upside down, and it becomes 4 over 1. And look at that, it multiplies straight across, you get 4 over 4, which equals 1. So the reciprocal is any number you multiply by to get back to 1. So what is this 4 over 1? Well, the 4 over 1 is just 4, right? 4 wholes. So if you change the operation to its inverse, division and multiplication, and then flip the number to its reciprocal, 1/4 to 4 over 1, it's the same thing, okay? So instead of 3/5 divided by 1/4, you could do this. You could do 3/5 multiplied by the reciprocal of 1/4, which is 4. Now we can keep the 4 over 1 because that helps us visualize our fraction multiplication, but look what you get. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5. 12/5.